Today, I'm going to show you how you can make a lot of money in Las Vegas. And I'm not talking about gambling, of course. I'm talking about tax sale investing. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show you the Clark County, Nevada tax sale. So I just Googled Clark County, Nevada tax sale. I'm going to click on this little link right here at the very top to give us all the information that we need. Now, I've actually never even researched a single property in Las Vegas. I just stumbled on this earlier today and thought it'd make for a cool little video. So if you look, it says they had two sales, May 8th, one at 11, and then one at 5. So they had two sales on the same day, but it goes down and you can have all of their auction results. And when I clicked on this list earlier, I kind of just clicked around. There's a lot of vacant properties and whatnot, it looks like, but I saw some that I wanted to kind of share just to kind of look through this. You know, part of what I do when I search out new markets is I will try to figure out where I can go where it's not crazy competition, where other people are making money. Now, obviously, the past doesn't guarantee what the future holds when it comes to investing in these markets, but it's a pretty good indicator whether there's a high level of competition or a low level of competition. Are people spending maximum market value there, or are they making money there? So this is just a little exercise I do. Obviously, I've never invested in Las Vegas before. Not even sure if I ever will, but nonetheless, I kind of just wanted to share what I found when I was looking there. So let's just Google a few of these and see if these folks made money. This is from earlier this year, actually, and we'll see if any of these folks made money. So I know a few of these have sold, but that one has not sold since the sale. Here's 12321 McCarran Street. So this one has sold since the sale. That's pretty cool. This property, it's a vacant property. He paid just $39.9 thereabouts, dock stamps, title clearing. These numbers are actually for the state of Florida from an older spreadsheet, but nonetheless, it gives us an idea. Clearing the title, selling price at 80, commission at 6%, closing fees at 2%. A $31,000 profit off of a $42,000 investment. That is an extremely solid return, especially when you factor in that, you know, the person only had it for about 4.5 months. Very solid return. Let's work our way down this list. I'm going to find some more. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in investing in Las Vegas or not, but I mean, there's people that are making money here. That is for sure. This one last sold at the tax sale. Let's work our way down a few of these. All right, so we got this one. Let's see, this property last sold at the tax sale. So, you know, that is it's a pretty quick turnaround. A lot of people, we've discussed this before, but a lot of people, they might take 9 months or 12 months or even longer to sell properties. So, you know, if you sell it in 5 months or less, that's pretty fast. So this property here is actually under contract. That's cool. Okay. So 231 was the purchase price for this property. And let's see, it's listed at 424,995. So let's see. Let's just say that they sell it at, let's call it 415. All right, so there we go. At 231, at 415, you're talking $147,000 profit on this property. It looks like they might have done some stuff too. It looks like maybe some newer floor, that kind of stuff. So we don't know exactly when it comes to remodel and stuff, how much money they have into it, but you know, their gross profit is 147. Pretty solid. All right, let's assign. We can look these properties, the vacant ones, up if we really wanted to, but just for simplicity purposes, we're just going to do the houses here. Looks like this one might have last sold. Yeah, that's the last sold at the tax sale. Looks like we got some on the strip or condos or something here. Okay, here's another one. This one is active. Okay, so this one's under contract. They're accepting backups. That's interesting. So 508 is what this person, 50, call it 509. What this person paid. 790 is what they new flooring. Well, it says a new flooring. Maybe they just put new flooring in it. So 790. Call it a $750,000 sales price under contract. We don't know what it's going to sell at, but $175,000. So 509 into it, plus dock stamps, title clearing, selling price, commission at 6%, closing fees at 2%. $175,000 gross on that in 5 months. I mean, there's definitely people here that are making money. All right, let's look at the next one here. it's really interesting to me because I've never thought of Vegas being a place you make money with tax defaulted real estate, but apparently there are people doing quite well here. This one closed. Okay. Another property that has sold. There's a lot of properties that have sold in 5 months there. Really interesting. So this property is 212,000 purchase price. And let's see, sold for 275. That's a pretty quick turnaround. Wow. 4 months for this one. So looks like they listed at 304. So they didn't do, I mean, the margin is much smaller on this one. 212. They made $37,000, but in a matter of 4 months. I mean, that's pretty fast. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see if this one is sold yet. No, this one looks like last sold in May of 2025 at the tax sale. I'm really curious. So it looks like they don't have sales every year. I mean, they're only selling $2.7 million worth of real estate, so it's not that much. So they might combine them, do them every other year, something like that. So, we've got a lot of properties here. Let's look at some of the bigger numbers and see. Let's see if I can Google this and see if it'll pop up for me. Okay, yeah, it did pop up. All right, so this sold March 7th, 2025. So that has been resold. Real property assessed value. I don't see anything about, some areas don't have the sales data listed on here. It makes it a little bit difficult. So what we'll do is we'll just Google the address and see if, okay, so this one sold. So this was back 2023, December 7th, so almost 2024. This person paid $127,000 for it. Take my spreadsheet off screen here. It looks like they closed it. So the end of 23. What day did they close it? So it looks like they had it just over a year. They sold it for $210. So that's a $63,000 profit. So $63,000 in about 13, 14 months. That's a pretty solid return. I don't know. Maybe they took some time to clear the title. They might have done some improvements to it. Actually, looks like they might have had it listed. Looks like they had it on and off the market a few different times, but listed at 220. Ended up selling it for 210. So, yeah, I mean that's another good deal. Let's do a few more of these. I'm just we'll do this one right here. I'm kind of curious if this is an every year thing where people are making money there, or if it's just kind of flukes, but it looks like there's quite a few people making money there. And of course, we're not even looking at the vacant stuff. I'm just looking at the stuff that houses because it's easy to demonstrate on the screen here without having to do too much digging. So this piece of property just closed. Okay, so this person paid $213,000. Let's see if they made any money on it. Looks like they did. If they sold it at 425, let's go down. All right, so 425,000 is this one, and again, this person took it, had it for it's like 13, 14 months. There's our numbers: $174,000 gross. I don't know what they've done as far as remodeling expenses and stuff like that. Let's scroll up. New luxury vinyl flooring, new carpet, upgraded kitchen, new quartz. They did put some cabinets and stuff in here. That's new appliances. So they've got that's a nice little remodel that they did for this property, but it's still 174 gross minus your remodel expenses. They still made some money on that for sure. Let's do a couple more of these and we'll call it. This is really interesting stuff. At least to me it is. Here's one for 124. $11, $15,000. Okay, so they actually live. Okay, so they had this just over a year, which is good. Long-term capital gains instead of short-term. That's nice. They paid 124 for this. 124. Okay, and looks like they sold it. See if I can find the sales data on This site sold it for 230. They held it for just over a year, which might have been a tax play, and it made $4,732. Pretty solid return for 1 year for a $124,000 investment. That's a real good return. Let's do two more. We'll do this one for 198, and we'll do that one for 337. All right, so we have this here, which okay, 1624 Chestnut. In Henderson. I don't think this one has been resold. No, it has been resold. That's okay. So they paid 198. All right, and looks like they resold it for 325. Numbers over here, and I'll drag it onto the screen. So that was a $97,000 return. We've got a 198 purchase price, all the expenses and stuff, $97,000 gross return. Let's see if they've got any really no notes about this one. Looks like it was a for sale by owner, perhaps. Yeah, no notes. I mean, it's a pretty basic listing. A lot of really good deals, which is kind of surprising for me in Vegas because I think of Vegas as a place where there's a lot of real estate investors, a lot of people have money, a lot of people know about tax sales. I probably shouldn't bother with it, but just reviewing, these are obviously the 2023 results that we just saw, but just reviewing those plus the 2025 results back from May. Obviously, there's opportunity there. There's people making money there. So if Vegas is your thing, maybe you enjoy casinos and you enjoy gambling, schedule a trip out there for your next tax sale. Go to the tax sale auction, buy some properties, and make some money while you also have a good time. Again, Vegas is not a place I've really thought of, but I just stumbled on it. And I'm like, let me look at some previous auction results, see if anybody is making money in the tax sale business in Vegas. And here we are. There's people that are making $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 at these tax sales. So whether you think a area is profitable or not, you shouldn't assume anything. I was kind of silly for assuming this would not be a profitable area, and I've been in the business for well over 2 decades now. You actually have to put in the work, take the time to figure out, hey, what are properties selling for here? And at those prices, are those people making money? And obviously they are, because we have the data and the facts directly in front of us. So this is a process that I use when I just browse new areas. It's a great way to find markets that are profitable. It's a great way to determine where you are going to invest next. You always need to be thinking about the next market, the next deal, the next property that you're going to buy. That way you can continually scale your tax sale business. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. For more information, make sure you check out all the links below, including the one to tax sale headquarters at taxsalehq.com, where we have lots of great training, but more important than that, we have lots of great people that will help you on your journey to tax sale success. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.